80 years, one warning. Doctors warned men away from testosterone, afraid of one thing, that testosterone fed prostate cancer. So they let men feel worse, on purpose, to play it safe. Here's the part nobody says out loud. That 80-year warning traces back to essentially a single patient. To see how, we go back to 1941. Two researchers, Huggins and Hodges, study men with advanced prostate cancer. They try something drastic. They remove the source of testosterone. Testosterone crashes, and the cancer shrinks with it. Then they reverse it. They give one man testosterone. His markers get worse. Lower it, the cancer calms. Raise it, it flares. The conclusion writes itself. Testosterone is fuel. 25 years later, that work wins a Nobel Prize. Now it is not a theory, it is gospel. Here's how a small finding becomes a giant rule. It gets copied into textbooks, into training. Every new doctor learns the same line. Do not give men testosterone. For decades, almost nobody went back to check how thin the original evidence was. When someone finally did, here is what they found. The raise it and it flares part rested on a handful of men. Usable data on essentially one. Measured with a test we now know was crude. One patient, 80 years of fear. You see the problem. So, a few researchers asked the question everyone had stopped asking. One, a Harvard urologist, kept seeing it not add up. To explain what they found, picture how the prostate actually senses testosterone. Its cells have docking points. Testosterone clicks in. That is the signal to grow. But there are only so many docks, and they fill at a low level of testosterone. Once they are full, more testosterone does nothing extra. Nowhere left to dock. Picture a sponge. Once it is soaked, more water just runs off. Scientists call it the saturation model. Below the line, testosterone matters. Above it, more is not more fuel. So what happens when you give low testosterone men testosterone and watch? Then came one of the largest testosterone trials ever run. Around 5,000 men. No rise in prostate cancer risk. Be honest about it. It ran about 3 years, and it set aside men who already had high PSA. It buries the old fear. It does not prove lifetime safety. The thing they feared for 80 years. The evidence stopped supporting it. Now the honest part, because this is where hype channels lie to you. The cancer myth weakening does not mean testosterone is harmless. The most documented effect, it can thicken your blood by raising your red blood cell count, which is why doctors monitor it with routine blood work. Thicker blood can modestly raise the risk of clots. That 5,000-man trial was actually designed to test one thing, the heart. It was reassuring enough that the FDA quietly pulled testosterone's black box warning for heart attack and stroke. They never announced it loudly. The risk that remained was small. And there is a catch in the body's own wiring. Flood it with testosterone from outside, and it stops making its own, including the signal tied to fertility. The long-term data is still maturing. We do not know everything yet, and men with active prostate cancer are a separate conversation entirely. Which is the whole point. This is a decision you make with a doctor, monitored with blood work, not a YouTube video. We explain the science. You and your doctor decide. For 80 years, the belief was simple. Testosterone feeds cancer, so fear it. The reality the evidence now points to. That fear was built on almost nothing, and it cost men decades of feeling worse. One patient, one assumption, 80 years. So here's what I keep asking. What else were we told to fear that nobody ever went back to verify? Subscribe. We go back and check. This channel is education, not medical advice. Nothing here is a protocol or a recommendation. Talk to a clinician before changing anything about your health.